Hi, I'm Tracy McDougall from Savvy Belly, and today I'm joined by Anthea. Anthea has always felt that there was something not quite right with her gut, and she was wondering how Savvy Belly might be able to help her. So today we're going to have a bit of a chat about that, and I've brought along some delicious food as well to show you how easy it is to eat really good whole food, and it's not just all lettuce leaves and fruit and vegetables. What I want people to know is how accessible this food is. And honestly, a lot of the products that I buy, you can get at Woolworths. No problems at all, even the organic stuff. I also do a lot of my shopping in bulk. So yes, fruit and vegetables, we use a lot of it in my house. I've got 2 teenage boys, so I need to go and get that a couple of times a week. There are some fabulous delivery services though, of great fresh fruit and vegetables. And then I do all the rest of my shopping in bulk. So once a month, I go out to the butcher, I get all the organic meat that I want. When I need stuff from Woolworths, I'll do an online click and collect and go and pick all of that up. I also use online shopping as well too, because there are some products that I really like that I can just get cheaper from overseas. Wow. So I'll order that in and you can do it with free delivery. I'll do that once a month. And then there are some fantastic local grocers and local whole food stores. So when you need things, I know exactly where to go and I can tell you that. That's part of what we do at Savvy Belly, is to give you the information and show you how easy it is to get real food. It isn't really about following a special diet. This is about living your life the way that you want to live it. And the food is a tool to help you get there. And I really advocate good, fresh, whole food. So fruits, vegetables, whatever protein works for you. If you happen to be a vegetarian, that might not be meat, but you need good protein and you need some good fats as well in your diet. That's really it. And when you think about it like that, the simplest thing is nothing out of a packet. Obviously some of this stuff comes in packets, but it's not processed or pre-packaged. And then you can do incredibly creative things with that food. So this is all made with all natural ingredients, all whole foods, no processed sugar in any of it.
Wow.
This is chocolate and hazelnuts and cacao and honey, and not much else. Oh, but it tastes amazing.
Can I taste a little?
Absolutely. And this took literally, I think 38 seconds to whip up.
Wow.
So it's not difficult to do.
It looks like something my kids would love as well.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about all of this food. What I've brought today is food that my kids absolutely love. And I've got two nearly teenage boys, and this is their favourite breakfast and favourite food. And in fact, my 11-year-old son made these cookies.
Wow.
And that's his recipe, his creation, everything. That's how simple it is to eat really good, healthy food. What's interesting with kids and bringing your family into the mix as well is that when you show them how delicious the food is and how easy it is, and you know your family best, so you know what they enjoy, I'll show you how to make that food in a way that fits giving you a healthy gut at the same time. But that's what wins them over, because they go, wow, this tastes better than the stuff I used to eat before. And there's some amazing people out there who have spent a lot longer than I have creating a lot of that sort of food. So these are my recipes, but there are a lot of others that are available too. What's different and what's unique about Savvy Belly is that we it's really important to get to the bottom of who you are and why you want this, because that's what makes the difference. So I have a process that we go through that you are in the driving seat of. What works for me won't work for your next door neighbour, it won't necessarily work for you, it won't work for anyone else. It's unique to you. There is no shortage of people out there who will tell you what you need to do. There's doctors, there's other health practitioners that will give you a prescription for whatever it is that might be ailing you. What's different is that those practitioners won't show you how to do it. So you may come away, and maybe in your case with some of the tummy issues that you've had, maybe you have IBS, or maybe you have a leaky gut. That's only part of the story, because what Savvy Belly does is it helps you to go from knowing what you need to do to living your best life. And that is what we all want. So we start with laying those foundations, and then we move through, well, practically, how do I live my life? And how do I eat in a way that maximises my health?
One day I'll just eat a whole lot of fruit, and then the next day I'll think to myself, I'm just going to do protein and fat. And then the next day I think, oh, maybe just a slice of sourdough wouldn't be so bad. And I really don't know anymore what to eat and what's good. I have a plethora of cookbooks and remedies in my pantry, and I just really need to get back to basics and find out what's going to work for me and my tummy now.
Yeah, and I think that's the interesting thing, is that you've really hit the nail on the head, is don't overcomplicate it and get back to the basics. So people often struggle with breakfast, for example.
Breakfast is the hardest.
Yeah, especially when, in Australia, it's really normal for people to just reach for the toast or the cereal in the morning. And yet for a lot of people, filling up on wheat-based products in the morning is the worst thing that they can do.
Well, that's the thing, that it doesn't fill me up. If I do decide to eat toast by 9:30, I'm hungry again.
That's right. You're not only hungry, but it can do all sorts of things to your stomach as well too. So if you've had tummy troubles, wheat and dairy can be such a terrible thing, and also not a good way to start your day. So one of the things I do like to do is I like to help people with breakfast, and there's so many easy things that you can do. You talked about fruit, and do you like smoothies?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the tricks is also to be really organised as well. Now don't be frightened by that, because when I say organised, it's really just about putting some practical steps in place so that you're not caught out at breakfast. So smoothies, for example, you can decide what sort of combinations of fruit and vegetables that you like, and you can have that all made up in your freezer at the start of the week, and you just grab one out, add it to your blender, add it to your Thermomix, add the liquids that you like, 30 seconds, bang, there's your breakfast.
Any kind of fruits and veg, or will you help me to decide which are the better fruits and veg for me?
All fruits and veg are great. So you will work out what combinations you like, but I have a ton of recipes that I'll get you started with that make it really easy, readily available, and you can get whatever's in season as well. So at the moment, I'm absolutely loving all the berries coming out for summer. So I have a lot of berries in my smoothies, but every meal that I have, I will also have vegetables with it. So this morning I did have a smoothie, and I think it had bananas and raspberries and spinach and bok choy and celery, some eggs, some gelatin, some almond milk, and I whizzed all that up and it was delicious. Now, that was yummy for me.
That sounds delicious. Do you add the eggs in for protein?
I do, yeah. Yeah. So you don't have to if you don't like the idea of having a raw egg, but there's all sorts of options around that as well. So what I like to do is I like to understand what sort of food you like to eat and what you're really struggling with, so that we can tackle those issues first. And then it's also really good to have some food on hand. You have children as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go clear your cupboard out and there's nothing delicious other than fruit and vegetables, and look, I'm sure your kids and my kids, they love their fruit and veggies. I know that's not the case for everyone, but mine do. But they're growing boys and they can't live on fruit and vegetables and meat alone. So I have a whole bunch of these sorts of yummy things. So that's right. So the kids can take these to school and they love them. These are some breakfast options here as well. They don't just have to be a snack type food. So these banana muffins, and all these recipes will be available on the blog later too. But the banana breakfast muffins are packed full of vegetables and protein. So that is a really satisfying meal and a nutritionally balanced meal in itself.
That's so exciting. I can't remember the last time I ate a muffin.
Yeah, I know, and it's incredible because they're not, sometimes all that gluten-free food, especially if you buy it out of a packet, is worse for you than just eating the bread in the first place. So I'm certainly not advocating that you do something like that. What I really want for people is to just get back to the basics. Because when you get back to the basics, it's not difficult. And it doesn't mean you have to eat salad and lettuce leaves or whatever all the time. You can eat lots and lots of yummy food. It doesn't take a lot of time. In fact, it probably takes me less time now to prepare the meals that we eat than it ever did before. Really, you know, if it's longer than 5 or 10 minutes, I haven't got the time. You probably don't have the time either. So a little bit of prep work and organisation goes a long, long way. And that's the sort of thing that, you know, if you sign up to the Savvy Belly newsletter or hop onto our Facebook page, I post hints and tips and tricks all the time on how to make that really easy. Anthea, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed hearing about the Savvy Belly process and how I might be able to help you.
Tracy, I've absolutely loved it. I'm so excited looking at all of this and I can't wait to get going.
Yeah.
And I am signing up. We'll do tradies.
Yes.